Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. Just a quick video. So what I've done is I've actually purchased and now installed this Philips HUE dimmer switch. So if any of you are familiar with the Philips HUE bulbs, there are bulbs that you put on a Wi-Fi network. You have a little hub and you can control them with your phone. You have to download an app, and that's about the best way you can do it. So you can integrate it with like Siri, and if you have an Amazon Echo, you can integrate it with that too and do some voice commands. You can do some fencing, geofencing, which would means it kind of tracks when you get home through your GPS on your phone, and then it would just come on. The lights would come on or go off when you leave. So there's some cool things with it, but if you're familiar with it, there's a pain that you always have to log in to an app or do a voice command. It's not just a simple turn of a switch like it is a normal light in a room. So I actually have Philips HUE bulbs in my kitchen. So I've got 2 canned lights there, and if I come around over here, I've got 2 more. So I decided to put in my Philips HUE bulbs, the larger size bulbs that fit into these canned lighting. But again, I always had to get the app. Now you can get the HUE tap, but that's still just not quite as good as getting this dimmer switch. I don't have, now these are all on this switch right here. This is just a normal light switch, okay? So, you just flip the switch on and off, basically, and you're just using them as normal bulbs. But that kind of defeats the purpose. You can't dim it. You can't change the colors with it, obviously, so it's just like making them regular bulbs unless you want to log into the app and do something really fun and cool. So purchase this HUE dimmer switch. It is a breeze to install. Now you can mount this. It has sticky, some adhesive sticky on both sides, so you can stick it on a wall. You don't have to screw it in, anything like that. But the cool thing is it also has some magnets. So let's see where I mounted it. And I figured instead of putting it on a wall or anything like that, I'm just going to put it on my fridge. Hopefully it'll focus in here. Look at that. So this is just magnetized. It looks like a switch sitting on my fridge. So I can just come over here and I can hit on and off, bright or dim. So now I've basically just easily installed a switch that I can come in just like a normal light and just hit on. So we're just going to do that. We're going to hit on. And now, look at that. My lights are on. And now this is actually set to a theme. So this is just one I set up to just be a nice bright light kind of combination in the kitchen. Now you can actually, if I come over here and I hit dim, I want to hold it up here, I'm going to push dim. Look at that. They just dim off. How cool. Now I'm going to, with the same, or the button above that, I'm going to brighten them up. Now, I can't change colors with this. I have to still log into the app to do that, but pretty darn slick. Now, this does come off, so see, this is just a little mounting plate that's magnet. So you can actually take this in to the living room or wherever, in the dining room, and have this and remotely control your lights. So now it's like a portable remote. So that's pretty darn neat as well. To set this up, super easy. Now you do have to have the Philips hub. You do have to have it at the latest firmware version. So if you need to upgrade it, you'll do that. You also have to have the newest HUE app. Now there used to be an older HUE app. They did away with it, but they didn't, it didn't delete from your phone. It didn't update. So if you try to go into your old HUE app that maybe you've had for a while, you need to delete it and go get the new HUE app. This is a complete rewrite from the ground up, and install it. And then once you do that, this will be a pain when you have to change the battery, but you'll have to unscrew this and put it in a new battery. But for this, there was just a little tab. You pull it, the battery now has contact. It starts to flash a little orange light up here on the on, and it is ready to basically set up. So let's go to the HUE app, because that's all you need to do. You don't even need to go to your hub to set this up. You simply come over to your HUE app, and we're going to launch it. And you're going to go into settings. So if you're familiar with the HUE app, you would just hit settings, and you would say my devices. and you would say connect to new device, and it'll give you an option. See, you can do a HUE tap switch, which I mentioned, or the HUE dimmer switch. And of course, you'd select the HUE dimmer switch. It goes through about a 3-minute process to pair it, and then it's there. And then you can associate it with a scene. So if I click on a scene, and I just go over here, I can say, you know, whichever theme. There's presets that are already here, or you can go with making your own, like I did kitchen ambiance, and then lights. And you can see I've got 4 lights, and you can come in here and you can choose if you have multiple lights, which I do. You can choose just a couple of them to have this tied to. You can do all of them, however you want to do it. You can see I have the light strips downstairs on a TV behind it, so you can basically have that all set up. And then you just save your configuration up here, and you're basically good to go. Once you hit that dimmer switch, power on the lights, it's going to bring up that scene and for those lights that you have configured. So really cool. This makes it super more convenient. Now again, if you want to change the colors from that scene that you have pre-selected, you will have to go into the app and change it that way. So, you know, you can also, like I said, program Siri, or you could program your Amazon Echo to maybe have a different scene and maybe just voice command that out, which I have set up in the past. So it is easy to do. But that would negate you having to go into the app on your phone or your tablet or whatever and do that. So anyway, guys, check the show notes. I'll have a link if you want to pick up the Philips HUE Dimmer Switch or get a little more information in it. I'll have that there. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, thanks for watching and have a good one.